All right, everybody. Welcome to episode of Psycho's Platters, episode 205. Always powered by coffee, each and every time. Each and every time. My good old White Castle mug from a few years back I found. I love this thing. So listen, this is a vinyl find episode today. Yay, right? I know. I think some of you people out there think I forgot. No, it's just there's a lot of activity going on. If you haven't seen my last episode of the Elvis, A Boy from Tupelo CD box set review, go check that out if you're an Elvis fan. I think you'll enjoy that immensely. My next episode after this one will be the review of the new Greg Allman album that just came out on Friday. All right, so this story, I gotta get used to these cameras. This story has to do with a estate sale and a garage sale that I went to in the last 10 days, all right? Due to the moving process, I didn't get to do too much. I didn't get to go out and explore like I normally would do. So let's go with the first garage sale I'm going to talk about. This isn't the estate sale. I'll save that for last. This garage sale, I went, it was slightly outside of town. I almost couldn't find the dang thing, but I'm glad I did. This might just be the tip of the iceberg. I mentioned in the last episode or two that it appeared that this man loved music for 50, 60 years. And even though a box was only put out on the garage sale, there is a closet full of boxes of records. So, what a mighty psycho find. The three albums that I got from this time around from this individual. We're going to start out right off the bat with Dave Brubeck and Jay and Kai. I hope I'm getting that right. Live at Newport. This came out. It was recorded July 6th of 56. It was released in late 1956. It's a split live album from Dave Brubeck Quartet with Paul Desmond and J.J. Johnson and Kai Winding Quintet. I hope I'm saying that right. The performances were at the 56 Newport Jazz Festival. Believe it or not, though, J.J. Johnson, not too many people, bring him up, but early in his career, he performed with Count Basie in the mid-40s and Charlie Parker in late 47. And like everything else, Brubeck, it's a beautiful 6-eye on Columbia. Very nice condition on this thing. So that's the first thing. Second thing, did you like watching Gunsmoke? You like watching old westerns? Even if you do or don't, I've got Gunsmoke's Festus Hawken calls out Ken Curtis. Yes, sorry for the glare. This came out in late 67, and this actually has a monaural sticker paste over on it, which is kind of cool. This is Dot Records, by the way. And let me give you a quick little story. This is the front. This is the back on this. I've got Ken Curtis's other Festus Sings album. I don't know where it is. It's in my collection somewhere. Oh, by the way, that Brubeck information was from Wikipedia. Ken Curtis's information comes from a website called velvetsofa.com. A nice biography there, by the way, if you want to check that out. His real name is Curtis Gates, and before Gunsmoke, he sang with the Tommy Dorsey Band in 41 and succeeded Frank Sinatra as vocalist in Dick Haymes' band in 42. He was a member of the Sons of the Pioneers from 49 to 52, and he was one of the singers on that classic Ghost Riders in the Sky. Yes, he's on that record. And, of course, starting at 45, he started acting with Columbia Pictures, and he was with Gunsmoke from 63 to 75, and shortly before he left Gunsmoke, up until like the late 70s, he had his own little outfit going around the county fairs and the small theater circuits. So kind of neat. I can't wait to hear this. He is a decent singer. A really decent singer. I was very surprised about that. So here's the one album, though, that I came up with that I'm really glad to have in the collection. It is not in the best of shape. His Hand in Mine, Elvis Presley with the Jordanaires. This was released in November 10th, 1960. Number 13 on the US charts. Went gold in 69, platinum in 92. All the songs here were completed in a 114-hour session, which was recorded in late October 60. So once again, you're talking, hey, guess what? Elvis jumped into the studio, finished all of it in 14 hours, and yet November 10th, this is pressed on vinyl. The glory days of being able to have speedy process and get a damn product out. Now, here's the thing that, well, let me get to the rest of the story, and then I'll tell you why I think this is really, really cool. The other songs, Surrender and Crying in the Chapel, that were recorded during this session, but were withheld as singles, Surrender in early 61, Crying in the Chapel, spring of 65. You've got Elvis, the Jordanaires, Scotty Moore, DJ Fontana, Boots Randolph, and others on the session here. Here's the front, here's the back. I know that the cover isn't in the best of shape on this, but I did not have a copy of this, but what stood out for me was it says Living Stereo. Yes, this is a stereo copy of this album. Now, I know you're thinking or going, well, ho-hum on that, right? But here's where I had to do a little bit of research. And the rest of this information is combined resources from Wikipedia, ElvisPresley.com, and ElvisPresleyMusic.com Australia, and lastly, ElvisRecords.com, okay? So here's the thing. Elvis's first stereo, true stereo album came out in April of 60. That would have been Elvis's Back, which, like I said, came out before this. Now, in late March of 60 was when the true stereo recordings for Elvis's Back was done. So for RCA, March of 60 was the first time that, for Elvis anyway, stereo material was done for albums. Two of the songs, for example, on that March 60 session, Stuck on You and Fame and Fortune, were done in stereo. Now, the thing I want to talk about this album is this. This is from ElvisRecords.com, all right? It says, there is I love these websites, I do. There is an uncorrected cover error. Side 2, track 2, Jesus Knows What I Need, which, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I hate these cameras. I can't wait to get my camera back. Okay, so, like I said, Jesus Knows What I Need. It says, very early pressings have that title on the label before it was corrected to He Knows Just What I Need. Now, I want to show you, and I got to be careful because this cover is not the best cover. So, track 2, side 2, I have it. Jesus Knows What I Need in Living Stereo, and it does say, of course, Living Stereo on the label. It is not in the best of shape. I mean, I think, honestly, after it's cleaned, it will be playable. But, like I said, saying that, by the way, with that bit, what I just told you, there is, this is what I'm led to believe is a true first pressing of this album that was pressed in Indianapolis, Indiana. There is a lot more different titles and label variations for this album but that and checking the master stamp in the vinyl, I was able to prove that it is a Indianapolis press. I know some of you Elvis people are going to know what I'm talking about. I'm not into this kind of stuff exactly. I just enjoy the music. But what I'm getting at is this is a true first press of this album. But it's not the most valuable. Now, once again, I just think this is interesting. In near mint condition for this album, this would go for about $200, according to Guide. Okay, there is a rarer version than this. In 63, there was a pressing. It says stereo. Okay, not Living Stereo, but stereo. It's a black label, RCA logo, in silver. And it says RCA was in silver on the top, stereo on the bottom. It was a Hollywood press. And according to Goldmine, it goes for $700 in near mint. It'll be interesting. I'm going to have to check because that 63 press I told you about, for some reason, they only made it for maybe not even a year, because in 64 it flipped to a white label. I mean, white instead of silver for the letters. I'm glad to have this. Like I said, it's a nice copy. But like I said, could it be the tip of my iceberg? Could there be more stuff? I don't know. I'll be excited. All right. Next, went to an estate sale. $4 a piece. I know, a little pricey. But boy, was it worth it for me. I was led to believe I was the 4th or 5th one that perused through the albums. So God knows what I missed. But I managed to catch a couple. On Tip Records, the Harlem Shuffle starring Bob and Earl. That's right. This is coming from Revolvi.com, an independent UK 2008 article. Bobby, Ralph, and Earl Nelson were Bob and Earl. Bobby Ralph was the second Bob. They also happen to have, here's a little trivia point, Barry White. That's right. Baby, oh baby, baby. Barry White was on piano and arranged the song Harlem Shuffle. And in 65, it was issued in the UK, but failed to chart, but was covered by the band The Action. In 1969, in the UK, it made the top 10, though, and the Stones covered it in 86, and it went back into the charts. Bobby Ralph was the second Bob to be in Bob and Earl, the first being Bobby Bird in 56, 57. All three were briefly in the Hollywood Flames. Ralph started in 55 as a member of the doo-wop group The Laurels. In an interview, Ralph admitted that the song was based on Round Robin's Slossin' Shufflin'. Shuffle time. Can't talk. Which they just changed the name from Slossin' to Harlem. In 1966, they broke up, but when it hit in the UK, like I said, in 69, they had a brief reunion tour. By the way, the first Bobby Bird, also recorded under the alias Bobby Day, and he happened to write the original version of Little Bitty Pretty One and recorded Rockin' Robin. Earl Nelson in 1965 recorded under the alias Jackie Lee and had a song called The Duck, which was a top 15 hit. There's the front, there's the back. Second thing I got, which was very, very cool, I got the Doors' first album, and I know you're sitting there going, okay, wait a minute, Psycho. It's the Doors' first album, so what? Yeah, it's in mono. I've got a original Doors mono press with this label here. The only thing, of course, is it's not in the best of shape. I'd give it at least a BG Plus with a cleanup, and it's got somebody's name on it, but here's the front, here's the back. Yeah, look at somebody bothered. Roscoe. Thanks, Roscoe, for putting your name on the damn album. Anywho, so, but it was recorded in January 67. It was recorded in August 66, released January 67. They brought in Larry Mitchell, who would end up being a member of Bread, but he was a member of the Wrecking Crew, to play bass on Light My Fire, 20th Century Fox, and other songs. The first single, Break On Through, stiffed at 104 Cashbox, 126 Billboard, but Light My Fire was the breakout hit, which went number 1. This mono LP has different mixes than the stereo version. It was deleted in late 67, early 68, and you would not get this again until 2010 when Rhino reissued a 180-gram limited edition vinyl. So I'm very happy to have this in my collection. It's the very first Doors mono that I have got. They only did the first couple up to Waiting for the Sun was in mono. So you got the first 3, and then after that they didn't do it anymore. So the last thing I found, I've been looking over 20 years for a copy of this, and I'm still looking, and I'll tell you why. Yes, I have a second press of Kiss the Originals. I'm a huge Kiss fan. This is the front, this is the back. I am not going to delve into all of it, but I will show you that this is what it looks like. It is not in the best of copies. This dude didn't take care of a lot of his records. Now, Kiss the Originals here came out July 21st, 1976. There was 2 printings of this album. It basically was the repackage of the first 3 Kiss albums, which were Kiss, Hotter Than Hell, and Trust to Kill. Came with a 16-page booklet, Kiss Army sticker, and a sheet of 6 trading cards. Now, according to KissMonster.com, the second press was released on May 7th of 77. The first press was only 250,000 copies, which sold out, therefore requiring the second printing. Charted high originally on the first press, number 36, September 25th, 1976, but was gone by Halloween of 76 on the charts. And the second press, June 7th of 77, 125 was the highest Billboard setting on that. Went number 8 in Japan, and get this, it also came out in an 8-track set. I saw the picture. Pretty friggin' awesome. I have been so waiting for this. What can I say on that? Totally awesome. All right, 3 new subs. 13 Axtala, Miss Barb, and Simon Taylor. Thank you very much for subscribing to Psycho's Platters. I apologize. The video is getting a little bit long, so I will do my regular shout-outs in the next episode or 2. But I will mention a quick one here. Yes, I did get the new shindig, or at least new here. The birds on the cover, pretty awesome on that one. U.S. customers, go grab that. Take care. God bless. Rock on. And next episode will be the review of the new Greg Allman Southern Blood album. Take care. God bless. Rock on as usual.